day everyone, Jolene Ann from Chill Lifestyle. So this week's pick a card reading is going to be about the energies that we are dealing with, because we've got such an interesting week. We have got a new moon. Okay, so that's all about manifestations. We have got a Trine and a Cazimi, and you know, I'm not an astrologer, okay, but I am taking a lot of interest in astrology. If you knew a lot what was going on in your birth chart and your astrology chart, you would know so much more about who you are, what your karma is, what your goals should be, and it tells us quite a lot actually. So this week's so Saturn didn't have just happened this week, but Saturn's currently just moved into Aries. Now Saturn is the disciplinary. It's about being more disciplined in yourself, because Aries is about I am. So being more disciplined in yourself towards your goals. Less is more. Trying to follow what rules have you put down for yourself. Are these rules like, I will not do this until that is done? And maybe you've been a bit too harsh on yourself. Maybe your dreams are too big, and maybe you need to bring them down a bit. Now, not to say that your dreams will never come true, but sometimes we're a bit too hard on ourselves. We're a bit stubborn because we want that, but you need to do one step. Okay, so put the rules out there, but maybe lessen the rules a little bit and allow yourself little celebrations along the way. So I've managed to do this, I can celebrate. Okay, it's taking that one step and celebrating every little step you have towards that ultimate outward goal, but taking a step, taking control over that, taking some kind of leap of faith, because we've also got Neptune that's going that's in Aries, and Neptune's also about the mystic, the service, the compassion, you know, towards yourself, because it's Aries, I am, compassion towards yourself, resolving old karma, but at the same time realizing that you are important. Okay, you deserve to have what you are wanting, and it's about taking that leap and saying, I'm just going to try it out. What's the worst that can happen? You know, we've got Mercury Cazimi. Mercury is well, it rules Gemini. That's all about communication. So what communication do I need, whether it's to myself, whether it's to someone else, whether it's to the universe? Gemini is all about the lovers. It's also about choices. So what choices do you need to make? Do you go towards someone? Do you not go towards someone? Do you choose this or that? What is the choice? How will the path split if I make this choice or if I make that choice? Okay, this could be two people for some of you. It might not, it might just be, do I focus on this or that? It might just be, I don't know, two cars, two houses, two career paths. Anything that you might be needing to know around these planets is what I'm going to be focusing on today. So that's what the pick a card reading is, and you can ask spirits to please give you an idea as to which is the best for you. You know, step in, hand on the heart, say, Spirit, this is what I'm dealing with, this is what I would like to manifest, how do I do it, or what's my next step, and let's see which card comes up. Okay, that's what I have for you. Thank you, and let's get to the choices. Right, these are your 3 piles, and each one have got a little trinket on there. So if you looking at pile number 1, the blue turquoise stone, the trinket is a spade. Okay, pile number 2, it's a pink polished rose quartz, and the trinket is a guitar. Pile number 3, it's an opalite, and the trinket is a fairy wing. So take your time, pause the video for pile number 1, 2, or 3, and I'll get into the reading. Pile number 1. Okay, so if you chose this, so a spade for me kind of makes me feel, and especially with this card over here, like a digging up, pure something from having a wisdom, digging it up. It could be getting communication from someone. A spade, interestingly enough, in well, in tarot it actually represents swords, so it's digging up the truth or some kind of truth coming to light. You might have communication from someone that's quite a spade is a spade, so this person doesn't mince their words. They might be quite honest, and sometimes, you know, that honesty might hurt. So yeah, take it as it resonates. So what truth is coming out? What information's coming forward for you, pile number one? So the light of the world, well, so first on the cuff, it could be news from a Virgo, news about a Virgo, okay? For others, this is saying that I feel like the communication that you're going to get is from spirit, okay? Now, for others, it could be some very wise person, a wise friend, someone who's very intelligent or someone who's very knowledgeable might bring some kind of news to you soon. So what we're going to do is we're going to clarify the light of the world. Spirit guides, please talk to me through the spirit guides of pile number one. What kind of communications coming with the Mercury Cazimi coming up this week, the new moon, this trine? What kind of news or what kind of communication can pile number one expect? What kind of communication can they expect? From whom or what or how? Talk to me about the communication. Okay. Power one, so either you or someone you are dealing with is dealing with quite a lot of anxiety. Okay, so this could be the person, this possible person that you might be needing advice from. This could be about a person. It could be quite an earth sign, since we've got Virgo and we've got Capricorn there. Or it could be spirit trying to talk to you. That's, I have to be honest, it feels like the communication is coming from spirit, okay? If it's not an actual person, a lot of you, spirit's trying to communicate with you, because you are supposed to be hearing, and let me show you the card. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Cups. Interesting. You might have gone within. You might have gone a little bit quiet, or you might have pulled yourself away from the world a little bit. Maybe this is just too much going on and you've had to pull yourself back. And if you haven't done so, you might have to do so. Okay, so if things in your life have been too hectic, you got things you need to do, you don't know what you need to do, you need to pull back, okay, because spirit wants to talk to you, okay? So this is not an actual person that's coming to communicate with you, an actual wise person, or like I said, a Virgo, or hearing about a Virgo. I am getting the fact that spirit, your spirit guides. For some of you, this could be a father figure that's passed on. It could be a grandfather that's passed on, okay? It doesn't have to be. It's a spirit guide is what I'm getting, or someone from your soul tribe or your soul family. This person is knocking on the door, but this guy's busy looking down at his cat. Like him and his cat have got, you know, his cat's also trying to communicate with him. He doesn't understand what his cat's trying to tell him. So it's the light of the world is saying, you know, you're focusing, I mean, there's a light there, and then he's got a lamp, and this lamp generally associates with, and he's got like a ring around his head, and I know it's from the Cape, but what I'm trying to get at is, it's almost like enlightenment is what I'm getting, like this enlightenment, this aha moment, and that is God, spirit, whoever you pray to or believe in, that's trying to communicate to you. But you're looking at the cat with this like, you know, what do you want kind of thing. I'm not listening. And the reason being is, instead, you're not sleeping at night time, or you're waking up a couple of times throughout the night, your hand is on your head, you are stressed, you are anxious. You could be dealing with someone very toxic in your life. There could be some kind of toxic attachment. Everyone's in a different situation, because the lovers, the opposite of the lovers is the devil when it comes to a relationship, and this is being attached to someone who's very toxic, someone who there might be a lot of passion for, but it's very toxic. For others, this is a mindset, okay? This is purely a mindset of I can't do this. I don't have enough time, energy, money. I can't handle this stress or this person or this situation. There's just a lot of negativity or a negative cycle or a negative attachment to you, okay? And someone's trying to help you, okay? And I'm really getting, for most of you, unless you know this person specifically, this is spirit trying to communicate with you. And they're saying that, you know, there is help out there. You're not alone right now. You may feel like you are alone. You may have isolated yourself from other people because you don't think that someone out there can actually help you. You might not, you may feel like, again, I mean, this guy's quite far away from people. Look, he's at a distance and there's a big mountain ahead of him. And he's looking at his cup, and this is generally his emotions. He's looking at his emotions, and he's trying to decide where he wants to put those emotions or where he wants to go. And the mountains feel like an obstacle that's in his way between him and his destination. But Spirit is trying to tell you that there may be a shortcut through those mountains, and you don't know that. You're just staring at the mountains going, well, now I'm done. I can't do anything about it. Now, this could be an actual person. This could be a love offer for some. You know, your knight in shining armor on a white horse coming in to save you. But again, I feel like for the majority of you, this is someone who Spirit wants to send your way. And you may not be seeing it. You know, it's like the cat's looking at you going, oh, holy balls. Dude, can you just please listen? We're trying to take you to a certain place, or we're trying to bring a certain person in, or we're trying to help you, but you entangled in a mess. Okay, so it might be an actual person or just a mindset. Choices. Now, the choice that you have at the moment is between a wish fulfillment and something that you need to free yourself up for. It's time for you to take back control of your life. So you feeling entrapped by something. We've got the will with the wisdom and the mind, meaning on one hand, you've got emotions. On the other hand, you've got your passion. But you've been given the crown, which says that you have everything that you're needing in order to make your situation, whatever it is, happen. You might need to include a little bit of your passion as well as the emotions. You know, it's kind of like together they make this crown. But you have blocked yourself, and that's why I feel like it's a mindset. I don't feel like it's an actual person. For some of you, you're in a toxic romantic relationship or in a toxic cycle with someone. But for a lot of you, again, because of that, I'm getting this mind. This unicorn is encaged. But if he stood up, you'd probably be fine. He could just climb over that cage. And you have the will, the mindset, and the mind to do that. You just need to free yourself from something that's negative, okay? A negative person or a negative mindset. On the other hand, you have a wish fulfillment. And this is, now, it doesn't have to be love for all of you. So I'm trying to make this as general as possible. It could be a true love. It could be romantic. It could be a romance of the lifetime, something you've always wanted, a wish you've always wanted. But for others, it is something that is of a lifetime to you. It is an experience of a lifetime. It's on the other end of the fear, okay? I am saying again, and I just have to tell you, for a lot of you, it's a new love situation, okay? Because here's the cup. And this is offered to you from the divine. Trying to knock on the door, trying to bring this in. You're not listening. You're ignoring it. You've turned your head, okay? And it's going to bring so much joy to your life. It's going to be something you've always wished for. And it's like there. But again, you need to move away from something else. You need to move away from these choppy waters, from this choppy mindset, from these negative people or this negative attachment in order to get it, okay? So let's look at the choice if you don't take it, okay? So let's look at what will happen for pile number one if they decide not to take this offer. If you ignore, so double 6 of swords. You will continuously have this baggage in you, okay? And it's fine. This is the Page of Swords, which is very interesting at the bottom of the deck, because this also represents this sword. It's someone's gonna give you some kind of blunt information, a blunt truth. I really feel like someone's gonna give you some blunt truth, and it might hurt. But it might be what you need. It's like some kind of truth that you don't like. But it kind of might be what you need in order to get you out of this rut or out of this toxic cycle. What will happen for pile number 1 if they choose to stay in their current stressful, toxic cycle? If they don't make the move or take control of their life and don't take the step towards what Spirit wants to bring them in, what could happen? Yeah, see the Fool in reverse. It's exactly that. I'm not taking a leap of faith. It's never going to work for me. I'm going to feel like a fool. And I feel like you're going to feel like a fool if you don't take this opportunity. Okay? If you choose to be stuck with something that's toxic, so if you're in a current, as I said, relationship or cycle, or a current state of being that is toxic, because you're afraid to take a leap, because you don't have enough belief in it, because you've told yourself all these negative stuff, you're going to feel like a fool, and you're just going to be stagnant. Your stability will not improve. And I've always said this, when you are in the right place at the right time with the right people, things in your life magically it's like you put off this vibration that's so good that you attract things. When things in your life, and that's you holding on to every penny pinching, petrified, closed off, heart shut, completely shut down. And in reverse, it is like you even more stubborn. You're not moving. You're not going forward. You're not spending another penny. You are so shut off to this that you're just going to stay stuck, and you're going to start to see things in your life become more difficult. Okay, because Spirit guides are saying you're sabotaging what they want. Let's get another card. What will happen if you make the choice to stay in this? Yeah, you see this Knight, two difference between that Knight and this Knight. This Knight is focused upon his pentacle. He wants stability, but again, he's just standing there. He's actually not moving. There's no decisions, and not making a choice is making a choice. Okay, it is a decision not to move, and it in itself is a decision, because what the universe does is goes, okay, you don't want this opportunity, we'll give it to someone else. You don't want it, we'll give it to someone else. And then that's how you're going to feel. You're going to feel you lost it all. You're going to hit rock bottom and think, if only. That's exactly what you're going to have. It's just going to feel so painful to watch a wish fulfillment, a true love, a situation go off to someone else. Okay? So, now what we want to know is, I don't really want to use, sorry, I've got all my cards all nicely packed up, but I'm trying to think of which cards do I want to use for the true love. Okay, I'm going to use the angel deck. Okay, so I'm just going to clear the energies off of it. Give us, please, for pile number 1, please, Spirit. Please give us, if they go with their true love, if they choose to listen to Spirit, if they choose to take control, to take the steps, to move into the direction of a wish fulfillment, something that's truly divine for them, doesn't have to be love, what will that look like? Accepting help from others because your life is out of balance, stress-related concerns. So yeah, it feels like that's how you're feeling at the moment. You're trying to balance it all yourself. You're trying to figure it all yourself. When Spirit Guides are trying to bring you an answer. Yeah, unnecessary worry. It's not to say that the true love is just going to be easy, by the way. What Spirit Guides are saying, you're going to have to invest in it. Time, day by day, time by time, minute by minute. You know, it's a true investment. It is it is something you're going to have to work on, okay? You're going to have to find and free up some time in your day to put the effort into this, or whatever this wish is for you. Good. You see, right now, for that choice, this is where you are right now. You are too frivolous, or you're being too cautious with your money, with your heart, with your love. But on the other end, it could be a good business decision, and you could be giving to those less fortunate. Now, what I'm getting is, I think you could be investing into something that could actually be a lot better. Okay. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's what I wanted to see. But when you decide to make a choice, this choice, to allow someone to come into your life, to allow someone to actually help you along, you get abundance. You get things looking very good. Yes, you have to be patient, but you can make long-term plans, and then you have got a content, rewarding family life. Your emotional and material needs are met, and you will have a trustworthy relationships. So, pile number 1. Right now, you're stuck in a trap, entrapment of I don't have enough, woe is me, what am I going to do? And Spirit is saying, you've got 2 choices. Okay, Spirit is your messenger. And for others, someone will be coming in, and that person may be giving some blunt truth you may not be ready to hear, but it's going to be truth, and it's going to help you come out of this toxic cycle. Spirit's trying to bring you in something so true for you. So much of your wishes is being fulfilled. But if you don't do it, you're going to feel like you're stabbed in the back. You're going to feel like a fool. You're going to be trapped and stuck in a non-movement situation. And it feels like everything is just going to hit rock bottom for you. It may feel like it's a bit of a burden to take this true love or this true wish fulfillment for you. And you know what it is. You know what the other option is. It may not be an actual person or actual idea, but I think a part of you knows. Yes, it may feel like there's just too much going on. I haven't got time for this situation because there's too much going on. It may feel like you're adding burdens to your life. I don't think so. I think it just needs a little bit of investment of time, energy, and effort for you to not be so frivolous with your time, energy, and effort, okay? To find time in the day, or, whether it's a side hustle for some. This could be a side hustle, okay? It doesn't have to be love. It could be you in a shitty job and you cannot get out of this toxic environment and your boss doesn't give a damn about you. And this is another job. This is working for yourself. And you're like, I don't have the time for that. I don't have the money for that. Make time. Take one day, build a channel. Second day, there's like this, each day it will be an investment. And whether it is, I will hold back 10 cents every month or whatever it is for you, it's one bit of investment towards a wish fulfillment, okay? Outcome, abundance, and happiness. Family, happiness, everything. So, pile number 1, that's what I have. And it's interesting at the bottom of the deck because here you've got the Chariot. Now, the Chariot says an important achievement, self-discipline and willpower. You will get the recognition that you are needing. Now, this one's very interesting because the Chariot, and think of the Chariots of Fire. It's racing. It's normally played with racing and horses and things like that. And these horses are galloping, but the black horse's head is turning. And as it turns, it's kind of halting the movement. And that is because you don't believe that you can do it. You don't believe that you can have this. You are petrified of the outcome. But the achievement that you will get if you just trust that the universe is bringing in something that's meant for you. Wow, what could you have? All your dreams and wishes coming true. And again, so let's take one step. Try one step in that direction. Doesn't have to be a whole leap. Okay, that's what I have for you. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll chat to you soon. Goodbye. Hello, so if you chose the pink rose quartz or the guitar, this is for you, pile number 2. So with the guitar, well, I suppose that might be obvious. You may be asking about someone who plays a musical instrument, or music is quite relevant to your question. Maybe the communication you are getting is through certain songs. So if there's any songs on repeat, this could be spirit trying to get you communication. Now, it's interesting that you got Hilarion. Okay, so the two options, it could be communication from or with or about an Aries, or what it is saying is that the communication may be from an ancestor, because we actually have, or a teacher. Hilarion is a teacher or an investigator. Again, maybe there's an investigator investigating someone, or a friend that's very good with investigating things. Because I've got a lot of dead people in this card. Grannies, grandpas, mothers, fathers, and even children, which is interesting. It's the first time I've seen them. So they are children. Maybe you know someone, or you have your own children who has passed on, and they're trying to communicate with you. Yeah, it's literally the first time I've seen the children in this card. Interesting. You may be someone who communicates and doesn't realize that you have mediumship abilities, but let's just get into who's communicating with you, what and why. What is this communication about, Spirit? Please tell me for pile number 2. Please tell me, what is this communication about? Sorry, I know some people like to see you shuffle. I don't know why, but maybe it's because they don't believe it until they see it themselves. But so I'll become uncomfortable and shuffle for you. Right, Spirit, who is communicating with them? What communication are they about to receive about who, where, what, and how? What kind of communications pile number 2 going to receive? 3 of Cups, a friend, Sagittarius. Maybe it could be, you know, we've got a lot of air sign here. Wow, wow. Interesting. Bottom of the deck. This is definitely the communication. Someone, pile number 2, interestingly enough, someone's watching you. And I don't mean that in a creepy way. Probably sounds quite creepy, especially when I said about the dead people. But this is more of online. This is more a way of communicating. So you may receive communication online. It could be via text. It could be via internet. Someone may DM you. But this person's looking back at a time when, you know, they're like looking over their shoulders. So normally that, you know, tells me that this person's looking back. This person's gone through some kind of tumultuous situation, or some kind of heavy clouds are over this person's head. Okay. And they want to talk to you about it. Or you are dealing with quite a lot of clouds over your head, and this person's been watching what you're going through. And they're trying to figure out, or they're quite curious about talking to you about it. Okay. They could be watching your social media and they want to talk to you. I feel like this person's a friend that you're going to hear from. Okay. But it might also be someone that's, for some, soulmate, possible soulmate, someone who's patiently waiting and biding their time to come forward and offer you something, a new love situation. It's funny, I'm looking at the Leo, I'm looking at the Temperance, which is Sagittarius, and Hilarion represents Aries, and it feels like a fire. So someone who's very passionate about you, someone who maybe is a secret admirer, a secret crush. Okay, for others who's maybe going, well, I don't care about that. Someone who wants to talk to you about something that makes them happy, something that's they want to celebrate, some kind of celebration that could be coming up. It could be someone who wants to talk about, you know, school, or some kind of investigation that's happened, something they've waited a long time for, something that's, so this person may be getting a new love offer and they want to come and tell you about it. But you know, so here I've got mediumship, I've got some kind of forensics, I've got investigation, scientific research. Someone's been researching you. Could be a job for some. Okay, it could be a job, and it's something that you've applied for a new position, and this job is quite perfect for you. Okay, so as I say, for everyone it's a different situation, but I do kind of feel like it's something about online, receiving communication online or via email. I don't think that this is in person. It might be, but I do feel like there's celebration, partnership, joy, happiness from this situation, whatever it is. Okay, so that's about the communication that you could be receiving. Okay. Anything else before I move on to the choices? I do feel like you're going to be very happy, okay? And I do also feel like there are people around you. You are surrounded by spirit at the moment. So whatever you're going through in your life at the moment, I feel like with the Hilarion here, it's saying that you also need to take charge of your situation. And I do feel like they want you to know that they are helping you through your current predicament. So the choices you have here, and it's funny, we've got double temperance, okay? I am going to say possibilities of a new love and possibilities of a reconciliation if you are asking about love or if you're thinking about love. Or I'm going to say there could be a choice between marketing or publishing. Okay, I'm just throwing it out there. Writing, marketing, publishing, or doing something that you are quite like becoming a muse in some way. So I don't know what that might mean for you. The muse, you may be hearing from someone that is a bit of a muse to you, but it's two options. Okay, this one's a reconciliation. So someone from your past returning. Now again, not everyone's here for love. So it's a new situation versus an old situation. So it could be an ex-boss, an old employee phoned you up and says, hey, look, I've been watching you in your current job, or maybe, you know, they've seen some of your work online or something like that. And I feel like there's this cloud brewing over you. Don't you want to come back and join our company? Okay. And then the other one is a new situation where someone might be more of a muse to you, or it might be some kind of more creative. You get to be more of a muse in some way, or you'll be working for someone who's always been your muse. Okay. I mean, it's really far out there. So it's time to disconnect and retreat from this earth in order to, not from this earth, sorry, I don't know what the hell, retreat from the world in order to get this situation. Maybe you need to think about it a bit. So I'm going to get into if you choose this path, what will pile number 2, what will happen if pile number 2 chooses? I feel like this is a new path. That's what I'm getting, because the other one says reconciliation. So the other one's either, you know, current situation, or staying in a situation. A card that just decides. Yeah, see, this is the, okay, so Spirit, just if I needed confirmation, I've got confirmation. This is a new beginning. Okay, so this one's a new beginning. This one's either staying in a situation or reconciling with someone. So maybe you get a new job offer and your old boss comes back and gives you an offer. Okay, just throwing it out there. Or you are with someone who you may be fighting with and you might reconcile with them, or you've got a new situation. Now, the muse is also that of peace and harmony. And I feel like the new situation, it does seem, you know what, let me not jump the gun. Okay, so it's a new situation versus an old situation is what I'm getting for you. But someone is watching you online, or you're friends with this person on Facebook, or your CDs online. So what happens if you choose the new situation? Let's get into that. What will happen if you choose a new situation, a new person? Now, you might have decided an A and B situation. Okay. There's too many cards. Okay. No, sorry. Spirit guides, let's just give me one at a time. I don't like to have too many and then I get a bit confused. if pile number 2 chooses a new situation versus reconciling with an old friend, an old job, an old situation, whatever that is for you, you know, 2 paths here. So path number 1. Oh, okay. That's more like it. So it's interesting that we've got 2 kings of wands. That's a king of wands, by the way. So kings of scroll represents wands as they are on the general tarot. So it's still something very creative for you. It's almost like you've got 2 creative options in front of you. Or you've got, I did say a lot of fire sign, 2 fire signs in front of you, okay? But they're 2 different situations. This one's also passionate, okay? So it's like it's new. I do feel like there's going to be a lot of happiness. You do need to make a decision because a part of you is not too sure, okay, whether you should take it. You're worried about whether if you stayed in this new one, you're not too sure about this new one. So, Spirit, can you give us more? What will happen if they choose it? How would they feel? What would they want with the new one? Is it going to be a better choice? Okay, so we've got, so you will be part of a team, okay? You and this person, you and this job, whatever. You will feel recognized by this new situation. So you may have not felt so recognized before. I feel like with the Queen of Wands reversed, in the past, I feel like you're not too sure. The reason why you're not too sure about this new situation is you're not too sure if you have the confidence to do it. Okay, it could be a stepping up is how I'm feeling. So a job where you have to step up, or it's a higher position. Again, there's this sense of a muse, but I do feel like you're wondering, am I attractive enough for this person? Is this person going to be attractive enough to me? You know, that's why you're concerned about the new situation. You're not too sure if you can live up to this person or live up to this. You may worry that this person may be manipulating you. You may worry that this person's going to control you, or you may worry that this person's jealous. But what I'm really believing is that there's just a lack of self-confidence and belief, okay? That's what I'm getting, is that that's all it is. You may be putting all these things up there as to why you shouldn't, but really, the honest truth is, the reason why you're scared about this one, pile number 2, you don't believe you have what it takes in this relationship or in this job. And so you doubt it. That's what I'm getting. But if you want to reconcile or go back to an old boss or to an old job or an old friend, an old town, I don't know, whatever it is, reconcile, something to do with your past. What would that look like? Okay, so this one could be happy home life, success, completion of a project. So they, unity, marriage, studying, spirituality, spiritual religion, teaching. You might have to go back to school for some if you wanted to stay in the old job. Seven of air. So if you chose this new one, I feel like in the beginning, there could be a lot of promises here of mentorship. There could be promises of study, or promises of marriage, promises of having a family. The problem that I'm feeling here is you need to clear away. You need to be very objective and thinking about this one, because it does feel like something's going on that meets the eye. It might be poor timing, might be simple as that, like maybe it's not the time for this person or the situation. Maybe they have all the potential to be a good wife or husband or family or whatever, but it's just not good timing. Or there's more going on that meets the eye. Plans need more revision. It's almost like there's a lot of promise with this one, but you need to be careful, okay? You just need to be careful. So yeah, that's going to be your choices here. You know, you've got one where I just feel like you'll be recognized for who you are, for what you bring to the party, for what you bring to the table. You are going to be very concerned. You are going to think, yeah, it's like I'm going to have to balance my time and energy and effort to make this work. Or, you know, am I really going to, I mean, how much do I have to give up? I'm going to have to give up my weekends to make this work. I'm going to have to give up, I mean, maybe it's not as much money as that one. So that means I'll have to relook at my budget. I'm going to have to think about time with my children. You know, there's definitely a weighing up of the options, which is why you need to disconnect from the world to make this one. But I do feel like you'll be recognized more in this one. So it doesn't have the same promise as that one, but it may have more longevity to it. I want one more for each one. I want one more. What is the long-term potential for pile number 2's option A? Let's just put it long-term potential, because I just feel like you have fear about that one. Wow, long-term potential is grounded, it's solid, and it's practical. It feels like this one is a practical choice. Okay, now you have to nurture it. You have to believe in it. You have to work with it. Okay, it's not going to happen overnight. What is the long-term potential if they chose option 2? If they chose option 2, what will be the long-term potential? King of Air. You need to, I feel like you would need an outside diplomatic person to help you. This one's quite professional. It's not a bad option. It's not like you've got 2 horrible options. It does feel like there's more going on with this one. And again, it might mean you need more confidence. Speak your mind with confidence. Seek out a professional advice. I feel like you do need, or you need to balance. If it's a love situation, this person's disconnected from their heart, because the King of Air and the King of Swords means they are very heavy in the mind. And then you started off, if this is a love potential, the King of Wands, well, he is a love potential. Okay, he thinks very much with his it's a very passionate relationship, and it's a very mental relationship. Again, there's no heart here. Okay, we've got no heart. We've got passion, promise of longevity. But it's Queen of Air, King of Air, 7 of Air. It's a very mental relationship, or a mental job. Like there's a lot of thought and heavy thinking, heavy, being very professional and very blunt and very to the point. It's not emotional. There's no emotions in this pile. I don't know if that makes sense. So there might be passion, you know, someone, you know, a job where, you know, you might be able to be very creative, but it's more structured, more how can I put this, mental. But there is something going on here, and we're not seeing what it is. Okay, so there is something hidden in this situation. This one here, it's grounded in earth, meaning it's more longevity. You might not feel like you're confident enough, but there's more recognition here. And it does start off with a cup, which means there are emotions. So if it's a love situation, you want this situation, not this situation. So it might start off very passionate. This one starts off like, how can I put it? I mean, it's very different, but it's more, this person starts off as a muse to you in some way. I'm talking about, this is from a love perspective, guys, not from career or anything else. But this person, to know who they are, could be a Sagittarius. There's lots of fire here, okay? They could both be fire signs. Both passionate people, okay, or have very strong fire in their chart. But this one here, I feel like this person is a muse in some way. They might be very caring. They might be someone who's more good with other people. This person's very they're a bit of like a life coach. people are drawn to them because of their balanced, beautiful way. You know, a muse is, they might be very creative, a very arty kind of person, very patient, very kind, very loving. There's something about them they're a muse to other people, okay? And they are new to you in some way, or newer than this one, okay? This one is definitely someone from a past, or is attached to the past in some way, but it's more mental. So it's like you can talk, there may be good in the bedroom, and there may be a lot of talk, but there's not a lot of emotions. This one at least has a cup in it, so there's some kind of emotion to it. So I feel like from a happiness point of view, you may not earn as much, this one, to begin with. So if it's 2 jobs, this one you may not earn as much, but it's more practical in the long run. This one you may earn more, but it's going to drain you mentally, is what I'm going to get. And there's a lot of hidden stuff or hidden promises that has been spoken, but not, you know, balance your mental and emotional considerations when it comes to this. Like, really think it through is what I'm getting. So those are the options that you have in front of you, pile number 2. I'm hoping this makes sense. If not, maybe look at the other piles. Okay, thank you and goodbye. Right, welcome to pile number 3, if you chose the open light or the angel wings. So this is a good sign that angels are around you and that they are helping you in your current situation, or with anything that you may be needing to know more about. Okay, so the first thing we want to look at is what kind of communication can you expect to be coming in. So the communication may be coming in from a Pisces, perhaps. Doesn't have to be, or maybe be about the Pisces. Just that's normally reflecting on the moon card, or Cancerian moon card. Believe it or not, the moon's also ruled by Cancer. But it could be about a trip. Someone from overseas may be contacting you. I'll get more cards to clarify. So it could be psychic gifts for some. So maybe you're going to be hearing, you know, news in your dreams, or receiving downloads from spirit. I'm not too sure. So this could be an intuitive voice giving you some kind of news, or some kind of communicating with spirits or spirit guides. Or it could be literally from someone overseas, or someone who wants to talk to you about something. It could be people reaching out. It could be about meditation, psychic development, counseling, healing, psychology, spiritual arts, or someone who wants to do those things with you, or someone who wants to work with you in that way. You might also get some information about doing one of those. Okay, so let's get more into it. What communication is coming for pile number 3? Please, Spirit guides, what communication is coming for pile number 3? What communication is coming at the moment, right now, with this Mercury Cazimi? What is... So, it's got way too many cards, but the card that's there... So, it could be about money. You could be getting something, a new job, or someone who wants to offer you something. Finances, job, money, something that's quite solid, a solid beginning, something that's going to give you a new beginning, maybe a relocation, a job, or maybe you asking about relocation, something overseas, an opportunity. What is pile number 3? What communication? Interesting. Empress. Abundance, harvest time. Okay. Empress, Taurus, Virgo, Cancer. About a Taurus, Virgo, Cancer. Wow. Moon in reverse. Something that was hidden is going to come to light. 2 of Wands represents options. It represents partnership as well. Someone who wants to partner up with you. Again, we've got the World. And it could definitely be travel. Or someone who's taken a long time to contemplate. Something, it's almost like... So the moon reverse means it was not revealed. It was a secret. It's been kept away from you. It's been... Because someone didn't know. So someone... This is someone who didn't know what they wanted. This person, the emotions were deep. There's some kind of deep emotions here, but you don't see this. This person didn't want to see this. So you could be hearing, okay, so different people, so please just listen to anything that could resonate. You didn't want to see this about a person. Okay, you refused to see that this person's been keeping secrets. You refused to see that there were unseen dangers about something within your situation. Okay, this could be a sign that this is not a time to take a risk. Okay, be careful about the decisions that you are making right now, and also who you trust. Okay, so putting this out for you. Okay, for others, it's saying that this person that's coming to communicate could be coming to communicate. It could be a female, okay? It could be a Taurus. It could be about abundance. And this person wasn't too sure about what they wanted. And I feel like because we've got the moon upside down and we've got the moon upright, so it's like a secret that's coming to light. I want more on that before I get into the things. Give me more about this. What does the communicator want to tell pile number 3? Oh. Past person. You might find out about some kind of secrets that were kept from you in the past. Okay, it could have been someone you were dealing with in the past, and some kind of secret comes to light. I just feel like something that was unseen will now be seen. Maybe you didn't want to think that this person was capable of doing something or saying something, and then you get the information. It's something that you did work on, or some you worked with or worked on. So it could have been a situation that you worked very hard with or very hard on in your past, in your childhood even. This could also be someone from your childhood. It could be an Aries for some, okay? Or a boss. It's like something is coming to light. It's very interesting. And it could help you with your abundance or a partnership. This is really interesting. So it could be some news about a new job, because we did get the Ace of Pentacles. So it's someone, so it could be someone coming back from the past. I have to put it out there, that now wants to work on the relationship, and they're coming to offer you a new solid start. They now want to work on it, okay? Maybe they didn't know what they wanted before, but now they know what they want, okay? So that's for a certain crowd. For others, you didn't want to see something about someone from your childhood, from your friend zones, from your past. A lot of effort was put into a person, a friendship, and you're going to hear news about this. Something that was hidden is now coming to light. Something you didn't want to see is now coming to, something they didn't want to see is now coming to light. And it could mean something about abundance, something about a new beginning, and something that's going to be quite solid. Okay, whatever that is. It is kind of new. The bottom of the deck, we do have the Four of Wands. So it could be someone coming in that's going to tell you they want to marry you. Fire sign. Interesting. So now let's look at the options. So maybe this fire sign is in these options. And the interesting thing is we do have a commitment, another new beginning. So we had the Ace of Pentacles come out in that pile, kind of throughout, which I didn't take, but it was there, so I have to acknowledge it. Here we've got a commitment. Now, again, this does not have to be love. Remember that, okay? Commitment is a paper, a document that is signed. It could be an emotional signed document. That's why it's got roses all over. So it could be an emotional document. It could be a house sale. It could be a car sale. It could be legal documents, because we do also have the Ark of Covenant on the other end. And then we've got, this could be the one. You've already met your romantic partner. Doesn't have to be love. This could be the option for you. I think Spirit is saying this could be it. But this one's also something that is romance. That could be showing you the options and you having to make the choice and you're not too sure. which one to choose. So there's communication coming in. You don't know what to do, and you have to make a choice between a past and perhaps a new. Okay. So the Ark of Covenant does talk about karmic contracts. Okay. And it's saying you need to stay true to your covenant. Okay. Stay true to you. Stay true to your values. What do you value the most? This is like, the Ark is the most valuable. It's like an amazing, unattainable, untouchable object. In fact, there's many stories about the Ark and people dying if you get too close to it. It's like such an important object, okay? These guys are protecting it. It's so important. And so what Spirit is saying to you, be careful of one of the options, because you need to protect your covenant. You need to protect yourself from someone or from a situation, even though you do have worthy feelings for it. So you do like this job, this situation, this possibility. You do like it. You do have feelings about it. You do have good feelings about it. It's not bad. But something about it means you need to protect your covenant, who you are. And I think that will give you a good choice. I mean, I don't know even if I have to go on, because we do have, this could be the one, yes, but you do have feelings about this one too. And it's funny because in the bottom of the deck, we've got the Lovers, which is literally saying in June, you've got a choice to make. So let's see more. Maybe we could find out more. I want to know more about the one with roses. What is that? Who is that? Because there's definitely secret admirer coming out, secret crush. It could be about a home for some, a wedding. Someone secretly wants to marry you. It could just be a celebration coming up. Okay, I want to know about the first option. Who is this? Could be the one. Who is it and what is it about? Who is this? Could be the one. This could be the one. Give me that one, please, Spirit Guides. Queen of Cups in reverse. That doesn't help me. I want more. Who or what is this about? The Chariot, the Hermit. Could be a Virgo or a Cancerian again. We've got another Cancerian. Again, I'm getting the sense of travel. I'm getting the sense of partnership. I'm getting the sense of twin flame. I can't. Let me just have a look at these cards. I'll get more now. I'm trying to understand. I feel like this situation, okay, so if it's a person, it could be someone who has Virgo in their chart or someone who is a loner. This person in this situation, someone's very wise, someone who's very introspective, someone who needs time alone in order to think. This person needs space and time. And again, we do see this here with someone who doesn't know what they're wanting, okay? So again, we have got this contemplation, this person who needs contemplation. So this could be you or the person in a choice. But what I'm getting is this person's very patient. This person is very reflective. This person thinks about their decisions. They don't jump into making any kind of choices straight away. This person is very cautious, okay? It's not very rash. They take a step back while they consider what they want to do. So this could be maybe, for example, if you have applied for 2 jobs, okay? You might have thought that job number 1 wasn't going to happen because you never heard from them. You never, got that call back. This person's taken a long time, or this job or the situation has taken its time because there needed to be some careful consideration, okay, which is always good because now you know that they've taken all the options into place, okay? this person has not been in touch with their emotions. Okay, that they feel, or they've been ignoring what they wanted. Again, ignoring, which is interesting because it's back to this card. I'm closed off, my eyes are closed, my heart is shut. This person has been completely ignoring their emotions or ignoring what they wanted. So if it's a job, then this person maybe was not really paying attention to you, or you might feel like this person was ignoring you, or you might have thought that this person was looking elsewhere or had employed someone else. That's kind of what I'm getting. And then they're going to surprise you, and all of a sudden, ta-da, you'll get a telephone call out of the blue, and they're like, again, we've got this unseen becoming seen, and it's going to be like, you got the job. And you're going to be quite shocked, okay? But and I think this person wanted to persevere you or come after you or hire you, but there were things in the way. Okay, there were circumstances in this person's way. So this person wasn't being manipulative or being funny. You know, you might have thought that this person was deceitful. You might have that thought that this person was maybe having their attention elsewhere, so employing someone else or dating someone else. But actually this person wasn't. Okay, they wanted to pursue, they wanted to move forward. They had blocks in their way, unfortunately. Okay, and they've been trying to deal with their blocks before they could come forward. Okay, so it's not like this person didn't have feelings for you, or this person didn't want to hire you or employ you. They just had genuine blocks in the way. Okay, interesting. Okay, I just want one more. What is the future potential of option A? So you'll know option A is this one, because the person or the job or someone, it won't happen straight away. There will be a time of blocks, or it will feel like it's not happening before it happens. Okay, so what is the long-term potential? Patience. Yeah, it's going to take, I feel like, again, this situation, it's going to take time. It's going to be, I don't know, there's something very slow and methodical about this situation in some way. So maybe it's, should I live in the countryside or should I live in the city? Then this is the option of the countryside. That's what I'm getting. It's patient. It's balanced. You know, again, we've got this person's grounded to the earth, but this person's also dips their toe into their emotions. So they're not heartless. They just take their time to do things. Okay, they take their time to they're moderate. It's something very moderate. So it's not a fast-paced situation, but it's committed. Okay, Strength card, Leo energy, or they've got Leo, Virgo, and Sagittarius in their chart. But what I'm getting is, I feel like this will make you strong. This will give you the strength that you need. So I don't know what it is, but it is a commitment. We know that because it started off with a commitment. We did have that this could be the one. It's almost like Spirit's already telling you that this could be the one. But again, this person's not manipulative, or the situation is not manipulative. I kind of feel like you will gain strength with this situation or this person. Okay, this person themselves, there's something very moderate, very kind, very patient, very gentle about this situation. So if it's a lover, that's what you're dealing with. But I do feel like they'll be the one that's committed. I'm pretty sure that that's going to be the wedding, the house for you. If you're looking for something, this is calm. Okay, but let's get into this option. Yeah, I know it's a bit of a weird kind of way to analyze it, but exactly that. It feels like this will be like moving to the country. Think of those country life kind of, so romance, if it's a romance or a person, this person will be like living in a kind, soft, romantic movie. This person's kind and moderate and patient. They take their time to do things, but at least you know that they're honest, that they don't rush. You know, it's one thing to rush into something and then to rush right out of it. That's what I'm getting. So yeah, Virgos are also attention to detail. This person's got a lot of attention to detail. You know, they're passionate with the Leo, but they've got a lot of attention to detail. So don't misunderstand their attention to detail. Right, so number 2. Oh, the Emperor. Wow, we did have the Emperor here. Double Emperor. Could be a divine masculine, a twin flame, a karmic flame, because we do have the arc here again. The arc of covenant is about karmic cycles. So this could be a karmic cycle that could be repeating in your life. This doesn't have to be a person. The Emperor is in some ways, I mean, it's Aries. This one's organized, logic, structure, discipline, leadership, structure, discipline. Okay, so this job compared to this that's relaxed and calm and peaceful and zhuzh, this one's very structured. Okay, very disciplined, very strict. Okay, the Emperor's normally very strict, very controlling, likes to have his way. Okay, it's about I am. Okay, so this could be a repeated cycle, a repeated person, something, a past life relationship. There are feelings here. It may be worth exploring. Tell me more. Pile number 2, pile number 3, so sorry, pile number 3, 4, option number 2 is what I meant to say. Give me more. What is Ace of Water? There's something that's resurfacing. Falling in love, or the resurgence of a relationship, spiritual growth, and enhanced intuition. Someone's coming. Yeah, there's definitely 2 options here. Gosh, you've got 2 Ace of Wands. You've got 2 love offers coming in, or you've got 2 really emotional offers. This is not going to be easy for you, pile number 3. You've got 2 contending situations. But one, you just have to be true to your covenant. And I think that's, don't give up, protect what you've created, have courage and believe in yourself. Yeah, I feel like, again, we've got this choosing 2 different lives here. One will be very disciplined, very controlled, very, you'll have to stand up for yourself, or you'll have to be very true to your covenant to deal with this one. So I think that's important for you to figure out what is your covenant, because you're going to have to protect it. We've got you. Protect that you have created, and have courage. This one here is also talking about courage, but she's this guardian angel. She's taming the lion. Do you understand what I'm saying? There's Archangel Michael, and this angel or spirit guide is taming the lion. Look, she's stroking the lion. So if the lion's feeling very aggressive, she's calming. This one is more controlled. It's more, I don't know, what is the long-term potential? That's not long-term potential. There is hope. Okay, so very contending. Woo, you're gonna have to think long and hard with this one. One, I feel like it's from the past though. Okay, there is hope here. There are happy times ahead. You can, this is not a bad path. Okay, but it does feel like you might be crying over spilt milk. I do feel like you'll have regret. Not seeing the positive, things not turning out the way you'd hope. Yeah. Okay, so pile number 3. It's quite simple. And at the bottom of the deck, again, we end with the Ace of Swords. The inflow of abundance, a promising business venture, an important document or contracts, which is this important document or contract. It's very confusing, pal, but I think I understand. You do not know what to do. You've got a big decision coming up, and there's communication coming in from 2 different sources, okay? One of them, I feel like, is about travel or about moving overseas or something that's with deep emotions, okay? It could be a new job, could be a new love offer. You've got 2 very different ones, okay? One of them is most possibly a past or past life situation, someone you've known before in this lifetime or previous one. One of them is most probably something that's a little bit more honest than the other. The other one, it feels like there's a lot of unseen, okay? It will bring about 2 very good offers, okay? But again, one is like living in a concrete jungle and the other one is like living in, you know, your dream country cottage. That's the feeling that I'm literally getting. Whatever this is for you. If it's love, you've got someone who's patient, kind, introverted, probably very soft-hearted. You know, there's passion there, but, you know, it feels like either you, the beast, and this person will tame you, or this person's the beast and you will tame the beast, okay? The other person, again, is more controlling, more structured, and there's a possibility of things not turning out, because I feel like you need to stand up for yourself in this option. You need to stay true to your covenant, and I don't know if it will work out if you do stay true to your covenant in this one. So I think pile number 3, the biggest question you need, and the reason why you've got angel wings here, is you need angels to give you the answer of what is your covenant, because you need to protect it in order to make this option. And I feel like once you know your covenant, you'll know what you're protecting, and then you'll know what is the better option for you. Whew, okay, thank you. Much longer reading than ever others, but this one was, yeah, this is a very strong, 2 very strong contenders, jobs or whatever coming up for you. Thank you so much and goodbye.